can you be without a clock? Just for a week. For me, it's kind of impossible. But what happened at the time when there were no clocks? Which was the first clock to be invented? And how we evolved to our wall clocks? Learning checklist. Measurement of time, slow and fast motion, distance as a time graph. The time between the first sunrise to the second one is known as a day. And the revolution of Earth around the sun is called as a year. And as time progressed, we need to measure time more often, so we made few clocks. And study of these clocks is called horology. Evolving clocks. Few clocks used earlier are sundial, this clock, and this part is called as gnomon. This clock uses shadow to depict time. Like currently it's 1 o'clock in this clock. But if the time changes to night, there is no more shadow. So it means there's no more use of this clock. Water clock. This clock was invented by Greeks and it measures time with dropping and rising of water in this part. But it differs with temperature. So this also can't be used. Sand clock or hourglass. The falling of sand from one bottle type to another is called an hour. It is still used in kitchens and board games. Pendulum clocks. As the name suggests, it has a pendulum in it. This freely moving thing is made up of iron and is called a bob. The movement of the bob from first extreme point to another is called oscillation, and time taken to complete a oscillation is called time period. Quartz clock. It was made after the invention of quartz crystal in 1921, and this clock was invented in 1927. This is our wall clock, and it was invented in 1927. It is one of the most accurate clock made till now. Atomic clock. It is the most accurate clock ever made. Units of time. SI unit of time is seconds, not hours. Second and minutes are relative, like 60 seconds is equals to 1 minute. Measurement of time is complete. Slow and fast motions. Now assume 3 cars which have to reach there. All of these goes. But there was a difference in speed. We always say speed. But what is speed? Distance covered by a body in unit time is called speed. And as we know that mathematics and science both are related. So we have a formula for speed. That is distance covered or distance traveled upon time taken to travel that distance. SI unit of speed is meter per second, not kilometer per hour. Now assume a ball coming towards you at a speed of 20 km per hour and has to cover a distance of 20 meters. Find the time. You can't find it. You will have to change 20 km per hour into meter per second. So we have a formula for it. We can write 1 km per hour in 1000 upon 3600. Both the zeros will get cancelled, and 10 and 36 will get also cancelled with 2, leaving us with 5 and 18. Now all the cars and bikes have something like this. Do you know what this is called? This is called a speedometer console, and the total distance traveled is shown here. The total distance traveled is called odometer, and the speed of the vehicle is called speedometer. Uniform speed and non-uniform speed. Uniform speed. It travels fixed distances in equal time intervals, like the ball goes there and back to its place in equal time. Uniform speed is also called as constant speed. Non-uniform speed travels unequal distances in unequal time intervals, like this ball goes down slowly and goes up even slower. Non-uniform speed is also called as varying speed. Slow and fast motion is also complete. Distance time graph. Now we have got a 4x4 grid for it, showing time and distance. And for a stationary object which isn't moving, the time will pass but the distance won't. So it's a straight line. We have got the 4x4 grid again with distance and time. Now for uniform speed, it's a vertical line because distance and time traveled are equal. Another 4x4 grid with distance and speed, time. This is for an object with non-uniform speed. You can also make one. Distance time graph is complete. See you next time.